In this video, we are going to talk about how we can make sure to improve our connection acceptance rate. So I've seen people sending connection requests, but they get ignored because the kind of message or the kind of personalization that they do with their prospects is not up to the mark. Hence, your prospect decides not to accept your connection request, and if they does not accept it, then how we can establish trust if we are selling $2,000 ticket size. So in that case, we will be having some proven templates that will work, and I will be supporting all those templates with a data. So the first thing that you have to identify is whenever you send a connection request to someone, most of them, 87% of them looks at your profile photo that we have already talked about in the previous module, that how you can optimize your complete LinkedIn profile. So make sure that you have a professional profile photo. Then what they look at is your headline. We have already covered this headline video as well, so if you have not watched it, then just go ahead and understand that how you should be writing your headline according to your TG. Then 45% look at this mutual connection. So if you do not have any mutual in between you and the other person, that is where they get skeptical. So it's always recommended to improve to increase your network, so that like you will have more second degree connections, and then you can close sales more easily, because when you have something in mutual, it establishes some trust. And then 23% visit your profile in order to decide who you are and what you do. So some people or some TG, they just click on accept button rather than looking at your profile. But other people who are more serious about their network, they actually visit your profile and then they glance at it. And we've already talked about that, like how our TG looks at our profile or how they glance at it. So these are the things that you need to follow, which is a very basic part. But after that, whenever you add personalizations or whenever you add a note, so what we used to do is, like, we used to have a fake flattery. And this is the data that I'm talking about. I have got this data from Reddit, and all the people to whom I have talked, they have actually mentioned that they are the CEOs of a big companies, and whenever they see such type of fake flattery, they just smell that it's a salesy pitch, and then they just ignore it because they don't want to land themselves into another salesperson guy. So whenever you say your company is seriously impressive, they don't care, because you have not done any research. You are just telling me in words. You have nothing, or you don't know anything about what my company does, and you are just saying that you love my company. But like, seriously, wow, why do you love my company? Then whenever you say, I would like to add you to my professional network, like, why do you want to add? Like, why do I care if you want to add to your network? Like, what do I will get? Then immediate sales pitch, leading with what you are selling instead of mutual benefit. So you just sell that I can help you build landing pages, or I can help you build high converting landing pages. Dude, I have got many freelancers, I have got developer in my team. Why I will be looking at your landing pages, and why I should be trusting you in the first stage? Then no clear reason. Why do you want to connect with me? What's in it for them? It's not about what's in it for you, it's about what they will get if they accept your connection request. So if you provide a service, and you are not the only one who is selling that service, right? So there are your competitors as well. So why you and why not your competitors, or why I should spend time with you? So when you use all these generic things, your connection request will always get ignored and you will not be accepted, right? Then comes the psychology to understand that, like, what makes them uh, what convinces them to accept your connection rate. So when you have a mutual benefit, so benefits should not be just one sided, where you just want to make them your client, but it should be both the sides, that like, after buying your service, what they will get, what type of ROI you will be giving them. If you are a good designer, and you can create killer landing pages, then can you improve the current design? Can you solve my current problem, which is the conversion? So if right now I'm getting 5% conversion, can you increase it to 10% somehow? Because if I'm spending the same amount of money, and if I'll be generating more revenue on the same expense, then why not? So what's the mutual benefit? That is what you should be clear with. Then they don't interest in their work, like, you have actually done your research. it's not about like you have been in this space or you have been acting as a CEO for the past 2 years. Not that much, but what do you understand that what is their biggest problem? Maybe they have written down a post 6 months back. So do you understand what is their problem? Do you understand what is their interest? What type of professional relevancy is there? What type of references you are talking about? Is it a specific reference, or is it an authentic reference that you are giving? Maybe you have worked with a friend of there, and now he just recommended you, so why not taking a leverage of that name, right? And then credibility, it always establishes with your profile, with how you are portraying yourself. That is all these things. But what makes these people say no when you have obvious sales intent, that you are just here to sell them something? You don't care about the relations, you don't care about them, you don't care about their product. The only thing that you care about is making money, right? Then no clear connection reason, that you just want to connect because you want to send them a message, or maybe you just want to connect because you just want to grow your network and then you want to ghost them. You are just using a generic template that everyone is using, and then they can smell it from at any distance. Incomplete profile, that you do not have even 500 connections, you are not active on LinkedIn, you don't have a professional profile photo, you don't have a banner, you have nothing. It's incomplete. So they try to say no, and then you are very desperate to close a deal because you are looking for your bread and butter, and you don't care about the other person. It's fine, everybody needs to earn, everybody needs to feed their family, but there's an approach that you have to follow, right? So it's all about that whenever you go on a diet, it's not about like just skipping meals, but it's about having the right nutrition with the right food, and that is how you follow the proper step. The same way, when you want to earn or when you want to feed your family, there should be a proper step that you need to follow, so that like not only you just earn money, but you also drive value in someone else's business. That is what these people want. So for this, you have to understand this real framework, where R stands for reason, A stands for ask, E stands for evidence, and L stands for link. Now reason, why do you want to connect with them? Be very specific, right? For example, like I saw your post about scaling remote teams. So I actually did some research about what you are posting, and that is how I have a reason to connect with you. I'm giving you a reason that yes, I've done some research. Then what is your ask? What do you want to do with them? So I would love to connect and follow your journey, because I love that how you scale your remote team, and that is where I am struggling. So you are giving them a reason, you are giving them an ask, that yes, I want to connect because I want to follow your journey. Obviously this is a very not very obvious reason, but sometimes it works. Then what's the evidence? Maybe you have some mutual connections, or maybe I have worked with a similar SaaS like yours, or I have given them 7x revenue in your niche. Then now I have an evidence that yes, we can stay connected because I have something cool to offer you. And then the link, which is a link can be between a mutual link, or it can be linked to their work, or it can be some you can say uh, some PDF, some other evidences, right? For example, like your insights on team productivity really resonated, right? So now I can link you with how you are growing, right? So that is what you need to understand. And for the same reason, you have to craft your first message. Now before you ask me, then you will say that Rohan, we only get 180 characters whenever we send connection request to someone, right? That's true. But I also told you a technique where you can just go on groups, and then you can send message to anyone, like literally to anyone. I can actually show you. So right now, if I just go on my LinkedIn account, and then if I just search any group that I am part of. So for example, let's say I just scroll down at the bottom of my profile, and then I'll just click on groups, and then you can see that like I'm part of so many groups. And then if you just open a random group, so what you can do, you can just click on this show all members. Now over here you will see the list of people who are also the member of this group, and you are also the member of this group. Now if you're not connected, for example, like if I'm not connected with Laura and she's my third degree connections, I can actually use this button of message, where I can send these people as many messages as I want. And the best part is that you don't need any emails. You don't have to be connected. There is a loophole that you can say on LinkedIn, that LinkedIn allows you to send messages to the group members without you connecting with them. So with this way, you can send actually your first message to these people, right? This I've already covered, but the people who don't know, you can use this method. And now coming back to your first message. So by using the real framework, you can craft your message in such way. Hi Rohan, so your recent post about the challenges of scaling customer success teams. I help SaaS companies build scalable CS processes and have worked with teams facing similar challenges. Your point about balancing automation with personal touch really resonated. It's exactly what I discussed with another CS leader last week. Would love to connect and follow your insights on this topic. Now this way, you have shown interest, you have shown that you have done your homework, you have shown the evidence as well that you have got the prior experience, and you just don't want to connect, but you actually want to exchange values, and that is why you are sending them a message. Then why not looking at such framework, such message based on real framework? Then why not you will be able to improve your acceptance rate? This is how it works, right? I have many examples like this. For example, on the basis of the recent post engagement. So you can type something like, "Hi Sarah, just read your post about the challenges of managing remote creative teams and found your point about async feedback loops particularly insightful." Now this basically shows them that yes, you have done a deep research and you have got the real reason to connect with them. I help design agencies optimize their workflows and have seen similar struggles with maintaining creative quality while scaling remotely. Your approach to structured creative briefs is exactly what I have been discussing with other creative directors in the agency space. Would love to connect and follow more of your thoughts on this topic. Now you are respecting the other person, you are giving them a credibility that yes, your opinion matters to me. I just don't want to connect, but actually I want to learn from you. Obviously at the end of the day, I might be selling you something, but by looking at such messages, I'm not giving you a hint that I want to sell you something. And as I told you in the previous video, everybody wants to grow their business, but they want to buy, but they don't want to be sold. So with such messages, you are not giving them a hint that yes, you want to sell them something, but you are winning their trust, you are giving them the credibility, you are giving them proper respect, and that is how you are building the trust part, right? Then when you have the mutual connection, you can say, "Hi Jennifer, I see we are both connected to David. David and I worked together at a tech start where he was our head of product development. I noticed you are VP of marketing at Innovative Corp working on SaaS growth strategies. I help B2B SaaS companies optimize their customer acquisition funnels. Given our mutual connection with David and similar focus on SaaS growth, I thought it would be valuable to connect." Now you are building the credibility with the help of a mutual connection. Then you are showcasing your evidence that like what you have done in the past, and by taking that part, you are actually establishing the trust factor that yes, there is something. If we connect, then it might be possible that not now, but maybe in the future we will be able to cross our path, right? So that is how you can do it. Then industry peer approach, where you can say something like, "Hi Marcus, I am on a business consultant focused on operational efficiency and noticed you are doing interesting work in process automation at Manufacture Pro. I have been following some of the trends in manufacturing digitization and found your background in lean operations particularly relevant to some challenges I am seeing with mid-market manufacturers struggling to scale efficiently. As fellow operations professionals, I believe we could have some valuable insights to share." So again, it's not a salesy that I don't want to sell you something, but actually I want to exchange ideas, because I don't know if you're struggling right now or not, but I've actually given you that what I have achieved, and I know that what type of problems the people faces at your place. That is how I am establishing the trust, right? Then content creator to audience. For example, like, "Hi Tom, I create content about scaling service businesses for entrepreneurs. I noticed you are CEO at ServiceMax. Your experience with operational systems at scale would provide valuable insights to the business owners I work with who are struggling to systemize their growing operations. I would love to connect and potentially learn from your perspective on building scalable service operations." So not only I am giving that person respect, but I am also seeking for the advice for my current clientele, and that way that person feel more valuable. That, oh wow, someone is giving more value on the basis of the experience I have got without asking my previous things or my capabilities, and he's seeking the advice and he's trusting me. So why not? Why not I should go ahead? For example, like for the marketing consultant example, I create content about B2B marketing strategy for SaaS companies and noticed you are head of growth at Cloud Tech. Your experience with product-led growth would provide valuable insights to the SaaS founders I work with who are looking to implement PLG strategies. I would love to connect and potentially learn from your perspective on balancing PLG with traditional sales approaches. Obviously, I'm telling them that I provide B2B marketing strategies, but the reason why I want to connect with you is not that I want to sell you something, but I want to help my current clients. And for them, I'm looking for a professional person like you. So what I'm doing, I am basically asking that person to reply me with their advices, and that's how I can start the conversation. Because now I can actually ask him. So as I told you in the last video, that like do not ask the questions that sound salesy, but by asking these advices, that person will not just feel valuable, but it will start the conversation, and that's how I can lead the conversation in my own way. So whenever there will be some pointers, I can actually lead it to where I want to, and then I can end it up where I can have a sale, right? So this way, you are not just building the credibility, but you are seeking advice, and then you are giving the respect to the other person, and that person will be like, oh wow, someone is actually valuing my time as well. Although this process is slow, I get that part, but this solves a problem at a first stage, which is having lower connection acceptance rate. But this way, you are not just connecting with the right people, but you are actually connecting them through their minds and heart, because now they will remember your name for the longer time, and that's how high ticket sales gets converted, right? So there is no shortcut actually. Then another example is of the direct professional, where you can say, hi Patricia, I'm a revenue operations consultant at Growth Ops. I work with B2B SaaS companies to optimize their sales process and revenue systems. I see you're VP of sales at data driven and thought a professional pass align well enough to connect. No pitch or agenda, just expanding my network with other revenue professionals. So this is quite straightforward, but at least it's better than the previous one, where we say that I just want to grow my network. So if you're just telling them this, then I request, or I advise you to use such copywriting messages, because that helps you in connecting with the right people, right? Then obviously there are tens or hundreds of examples that you can always use. For example, like for the business, for the agency owners to the business owners. So if you're selling your agency services to business owners, then you can use such stuff where, hi Marcus, I run a digital marketing agency focused on B2B lead generation, and so you are CEO at Tech Innovate. Your company's growth in the cybersecurity spaces is impressive. That's a sector where we have helped several companies scale their marketing efforts effectively. Would love to connect and potentially share insights about B2B growth strategies. Obviously, you're not the only one who was sending messages on the behalf of an agency, but at least it shows that like you have done some work, and you are not sounding like a salesperson. Although you are giving them a hint, but at least you are not doing what others are doing, and that makes you unique. And that is how the other people will get to know, or the business owners will think, oh yes, this person has taken a different approach and a unique approach, then why not? Then for the freelancers, I'm a freelance UX designer specializing in fintech applications, and so you are head of product at Payment Pro. Your recent work on streamlining the payment flow shows the kind of user-centric thinking that makes fintech products useful. Would love to connect and follow your insights on fintech UX challenges. So over here, we are not straightforward. We are not selling our UX designing services, but we're actually seeking for the advice again. So I'm just tweaking the words. My intent or my motive is to get a sale, or is to get a meeting with them, but not in the first manner, not in the first stage, but at the later part of the funnel. And that is how I am just building my connection. It takes time, it takes multiple follow-ups, it definitely takes me some more days to convert it, but actually it will be worth it, because at the end of the day, I'm not dealing with low ticket clients, I'm dealing with the high ticket clients. And even if I close 2 clients worth $2,000 each, then why not? Because now I am making $4,000 in just one single month, and that's worth investing your time, right? Then I have multiple examples that you can always go through, but the main part is, if you just compare your before and after examples, then you will understand that, hi John, I hope this message finds you well. I came across your profile and was really impressed by your company's growth and success in the market. Clearly fake flattery. I know you have not done your research and you are just using a copy pasted message, but if you compare with this paragraph, so your recent post about scaling customer support teams without losing service quality, your point about proactive communication really resonated. Now this shows that the other person has done some research. what you don't have to do. I would love to add you to my professional network, as I believe we could potentially collaborate in the future and share valuable insights. And what you have to do, I help SaaS companies optimize their customer success operations and have seen similar challenges with scaling while maintaining quality. Would love to connect and follow more of your insights on CS strategy. So that is how you have to compare the messaging that you are using right now and the messaging that you will use in the future after considering all these pointers that I have just explained to you. Then, hi, hello Sarah, I'm reaching out because I think we could really benefit from being connected on LinkedIn. Your company seems to be doing some amazing things in the industry. I offer marketing consulting services that could potentially help businesses like yours achieve even greater success and growth. Would love to discuss how we might work together. I don't see any value. I don't know why you want to connect with me. I don't know what value I will get by after connecting. It just sounds like that, okay, you want to connect because you want to sell me something. But what's my benefit? There is something like that. But when you tweak this message, hi Sarah, I'm a marketing consultant focused on B2B SaaS growth and noticed you are VP of marketing at CloudTech. Your approach to product-led growth in the competitive project management space shows the kind of strategic thinking that driving real results in SaaS today. Would love to connect and follow your insights on PLG strategy. So I'm talking about a particular strategy, I'm talking about their opinion, and I'm talking about that how and why I want to connect with you. So when there is a proper reason, when there's a proper ask, that is when you get more acceptance rate, or you improve your acceptance rate ratio. So what fails is generic greetings, vague compliments, immediate sales pitch, and self-focused language. What works is specific references, if you have any, professional relevancy, value focused approach, and learning mindset. So very few people follow this path where they show that they want to learn from you, because everybody is like, oh, I'm already working at a very higher position, why I should be sound like that I want to learn from your perspective. See, everyone is unique and every experience count. So even if you are working at a very higher position, why not to learn from the other person, because their experience will also give you some value. So there is no uh, ego should be there just to showcase that like we want to learn from you, because whenever you show the eagerness, that drives more conversion, right? So just avoid fake personalization. I see you went to Harvard, impressive. Your company is doing amazing things in tech, completely wrong. I noticed you work in AI industry and thought we should connect. False familiarity, I've been following your work for a while. This does not make sense. This is just a fake flattery and you are just trying to buttering me. That's it. But what you can do is like, your point about async communication and remote teams really resonated, especially the part about documentation culture. That yes, I have done some research about the content that you write. Professional insight, your approach to customer segmentation at Techstars shows exactly the kind of data-driven thinking that drives retention, because I have seen your experience. Relevant connection, I help similar SaaS companies optimize their onboarding flows and have seen the same talents you described, because I am working in the same niche like yours. Genuine curiosity, your experience scaling CS from 5 to 50 people would provide valuable insights to the teams I work with, because I want to learn from you. I want to learn from your experience. So research techniques that work. It takes time, but it is worth in the end, because when you have identified your right prospect, now it's time to convert them into the paying clients, and we should not be losing, or we should not be giving a gap in converting those people, right? So what you can do is like, from the recent activity post from their last 7 days, just analyze it, comments that they have made in the last 7 days, content that they are sharing, LinkedIn articles that they have written, so you will get an idea about it. Then recent company news. So for example, like if they are working in a company or they are running their own company, so what is the recent achievement that they have got, whether they have got been funded recently or not, what type of product they have launched very recently, then what type of awards or recognition their company or that person has got. Network analysis, you can talk about the mutual connections, you can talk about the industry colleagues, you can talk about conference speakers, shared groups interests, that yes, we are part of the same group and you are looking for such solution, that is why I am here, right? So what you need to do is, you don't have to use these triggers. I would like to add you to my professional network. Let's expand our network. I would love to connect with other professionals building my network. Just ignore this part. Don't make use of these opening lines. I hope this message finds you well. Just a waste of time. This might seem random. Obviously, it's a random. I don't care. And and everybody, most of the people uses this phrase. So just ignore the phrases that all the people are using. I know this is out of the blue. Sorry to bother you. Your company is seriously impressive. Basically, a fake flattery. I'm amazed by what you have built. Your work is incredible. You are obviously a thought leader. Immediate sales pitch. I would love to tell you about our services. Let's schedule a quick call. I think we could work together. I have a solution for you. Don't use this. Instead, I would really appreciate it. Would mean a lot. I am hoping you might. Please consider. I came across your profile. Your background caught my attention. I thought you would be interested in based on your experience. I might be able to help. We do some interesting work. I have experience in. We work with companies like yours. I personally like this one because that adds credibility that I have got the prior experience in the same niche. Just following up on my last message, wanted to make sure you saw this, circling back on this, bumping this to the top of your inbox. So this is basically for the follow-up part. And once you follow all these part, you just can do A/B testing. So choose your variables, set sample size, track and measure. So you should have decent amount of data just to do the A/B testing. So you should have your messages ready, you should have your data ready, and then just test it out. Different opening line approach. Maybe you can test it on the basis of the long length or the short length or detail length. Then at the personalization level, call to action level of value proposition positioning, make one changes, not every other change in your A/B testing part, right? And then you have to optimize your strategies. So on the basis of my TG, which is the decision makers from the USA, UK and UAE, I personally felt this thing that like the best time to do all this outbound technique is Tuesday and Thursday, and the best time is 8 to 10 a.m. 2 to 4 p.m. according to their time zone. And then avoid Monday mornings, Friday afternoons, because on Monday everybody is so hurry up, because they have to do their pending task, and Friday is something everybody's in a chill mood. So that is why I just ignore this part. And the one thing that I would like to tell over here is that yes, so the best time is, if you can find it out, very good. If can't, then nobody can do anything. But if they have posted some content, then just engage with them after they have done the posting, because that is when they are mostly active. So that is when you can do. Or maybe if someone have changed their job, or if someone have announced a recent job, then that is when you can connect. Just don't immediately jump into their inbox after they have announced that like they are a part of a new company, because that is when they are mostly flooded. But when you jump in their inbox after 1 or 2 weeks, that is when their inbox gets in a stable manner, right? So that is what you need to identify. Then what you have to do is, this is the checklist that you can follow, where make sure that before you start this activity, you have your profile optimized, you know your target audience, and you have already scraped the data. Then the personalization factor should be there, so you have done the research on your prospect. Then what value you would like to offer them, whatever professional relevancy is between you and their work. Then you are not using any spam triggers, for example like this fake flattery and the things that I mentioned in the, above. Then you're not sending them a very long message, because nobody likes to read such messages. Then your tone review, it should be professional and it shows confident. So always test your opening line test, value statement test, call to action test, and overall message test. So your opening should be specific and relevant, shows genuine research. It should avoid generic templates and apologetic or hesitant tone. In the value statement test, you have to provide clear value, clear benefit, not just for yourself but for them as well, and you should provide credibility. Avoid focuses only on what you want. That is what I have observed. And just avoid being vague every time, right? Don't ask to book a call or meeting immediately, because that is what people don't like these days. So if you're asking for a 5-minute call, just avoid it. Multiple ask in one message. Don't give them like 2-3 CTAs in just one single message. Keep just your message to just one very simple and very soft CTA, right? Don't sound like everyone is doing this thing, and don't sound needy. So once you do all these things, your connection request will get improved, and then you will be able to build more trust with your audience. And this will not just work on your first message when the people have not accepted your connection request, but it will also work on your first message when they have accepted your connection request. And now you have to start treating the process of converting your prospect into your paying clients.